You're listening to Into the Smoke, hosted by Patrick Harmon.
What is up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Into the Smoke. We are talking about NASCAR. Yep, that's what we're always talking about. So, guys, this is going to be a really short one. I didn't really want to do a full Into the Smoke episode due to it's just being. This is going to probably be uploaded on Saturday, the day of the race. It's going to be Bristol, baby. So this is Into the Smoke, Season 2, Episode 7. I'm going to make it official. It's going to be Season 2, Episode 7. But, so guys, there's some big news happening in the NASCAR world. Two drivers have announced that they are not coming back next year full time. They are Kasey Kahne and Elliott Sadler. Yes, Kasey Kahne and Elliott Sadler this week have announced that they both are not coming to racing back full time next year. So let's break it down for you. I got some stats for you, so let's break it down. Elliott Sadler, he's finished second in points 4 times in Xfinity. As early as last year, or as late as last year, I should say. He's raced for Junior Motorsports since 2016. He's also raced for multiple others. He's also raced for Robert Yates Racing and a bunch of others. If you go through, I just grabbed JR because that's where he's going to be leaving from. He's won a total of 17 races. The majority of them, I believe it was 13 in Xfinity Series. And he started in 1995 with his first win in 97 in the Xfinity Series. So he will be leaving full-time at the end of this year. He did say he was going to be leaving the door open if he wanted to go in. I don't know with Elliott Sadler. I think it does boil down to his age a little bit. He's realized that he's kind of ran his course and all that stuff. You know, he might go up in the booth. He's that type of guy that he sounds like he might go up in the booth, but he's left a lot of doors open. Kasey Kahne, on the other hand, he's had a rough couple years. He started in 2002 in the Xfinity Series, again racing for Robert Yates. Not again, but he also raced for Robert Yates in the past. More recently, he raced for Hendrick Motorsports in 2012. This last year, he also raced, and I didn't put this in my notes, but I totally forgot. This last year, he signed on with Leavine Family Racing. That was a 2018 deal. He has only had 18 races, and I believe he's raced in the last 14 to 15 years in the Cup Series. And finished 15th last year in points. His best finish was in 2012 when he signed on with Hendricks, where he got a 4th place finish in overall points. And then I don't think I said this, but he said he is not competitive anymore, and that there are better people out there to fill the positions. So, if you guys haven't really watched Kasey Kahne lately, when he was at Hendrick Motorsports, he wasn't very competitive. If you were watching him, he wasn't. I believe, who officially, because he was driving the, what was he driving? The, shoot. Forget what vehicle he was, what number he was driving. But, his number actually got cut out. Oh, he was driving the 5. He was driving the 5. His number actually got cut out because the 5 no longer is, no, I think, Hendrick owns the 5, but it's not technically, running right now. So, when drivers don't run a number 1 year, it's not retired. They just they own the number, they just don't run it. And certain companies own certain numbers. Just like RCR owns the number 3, they just don't necessarily, they didn't run it for so many years. RCR brought back the number 3. Everybody made a big deal. I'm like, I didn't really knew that until the RCR whole thing came about, and then it was kind of public knowledge at that point. You know what I mean? People got kind of upset, but I was like, I kind of knew something was up when it happened. But Kasey Kahne this last year moved over to Leavine Family Racing to drive the 95 for them. And basically this whole season so far, he's realized that he's not competitive. And I think there was rumors that he actually was talking to Tony, which makes me believe that he was either going to fill the 10 last year, or another driver this year. Meaning, this year meaning last year, meaning this year, and then this year meaning 2019. I do not know who that could be. I know there is a lot of talks that Kurt doesn't have a signing with Stewart-Haas. I don't believe, I know this isn't, I don't have this in my notes, and I know I'm getting off track, but I believe Stewart-Haas is going to sign Kurt next year. I'm going to look that up while we're going to be talking about the next subject. The next subject is there's only 3 races to next season. That is including tonight's race at Bristol, baby. I know I say it kind of weird. Okay, so there's I'm gonna just throw this article out real quick. The Las Vegas Review Journal, which I'm not throwing anything out there that it's a reputable source. It says Kurt Busch still mum on switching NASCAR teams for 2019. If you think passing Kurt Busch is difficult on him to talk about. So I'm just going to bring this out here right now, guys. Kurt Busch, it's kind of a well-known fact. I'm going to throw this out real quick too, guys. It's kind of a well-known fact. And I think I screwed up too, guys. Nope, it's right here. It's kind of a well-known fact. Tony Stewart and Gene Haas both have picks. I believe Gene Haas picked Kurt. And I believe Gene Haas also picked Danica. Tony picked Almirola. And because the original picks were Kevin, Danica, Tony, and Kurt, right? Kevin, Danica, Tony, and Kurt. Yeah, Kevin, Danica, Tony, and Kurt. and I believe Kevin was picked by Tony. But anyway, I'm getting really off track now. But anyway, it's kind of an unknown, kind of known fact that Stuart Haas and Tony and Gene have picks. And Kurt was really not Tony's pick at first. But now Kurt is kind of like, Tony's okay. Like, Tony kind of likes him. So, Danica's still not... I think Danica left because of, like, Danica still wasn't the best driver. So, just saying that out loud. I still think Danica could have been competitive, but if she had more training. But anyway, guys, we have 3 more more regular season races. We have, and I didn't freaking we have Bristol, Darlington, and Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So, that being said, guys, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers above the cut line that do not have a win. They are Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Eric Almirola, Jimmy Johnson, and Alex Bowman. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers below the cut line, and they are 62, 70, 82, and 86 points. And that's 20. They go down to 20 on the playoff standings. You could probably get, like, you can get out of, like, 100 drivers, or I don't forget how many drivers are on actual point standings. But they are out of, there's 20 out of 20 drivers. There's 4 below the cut line right now, at least. Below the cut line, they're pretty much must-win situation. They have to win a race in order to go in. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., I'm pretty sure he has to get a win. Paul Menard has to get a win. Daniel Suarez has to get a win. Ryan Newman has to get a win. Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman and Johnson definitely have to get a win. They're 16 and 15. Eric Almirola, pretty close. Kyle Larson, close. I'm guessing the only driver that really needs to shape up, can afford to get to slide in without a win is Kurt Busch right now. He's 9th in points out of 16. 9th in points out of 16 above the cut line. Keep in mind, there's 16 drivers that can get in right now. Before Vegas. So, that being said, guys, other than, okay, I'm going to call off these names. Listen very carefully, because if you guys don't look at the playoff standings, I want you guys to listen to this. Other than these 8 drivers, okay, these are the 8 drivers that have already won. Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Truex Jr., Clint Bowyer, Joey Logano, Chase Elliott, Eric Jones, and Austin Dillon. They cannot win. Okay. So out of these drivers right now, who's going to win? Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Eric Almirola, Jimmy Johnson, Alex Bowman, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Paul Menard, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Newman. Out of those drivers, who is going to win in the next 3 races? tonight at Bristol, Darlington, and Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I know Paul Menard is kind of competitive at Indianapolis. Tony used to be competitive at Bristol, but Tony's not racing tonight, so they have a little thing at on the side right here. But I'm like, it's alrighty, bro. Yeah, I already know that Tony's so. And I thought Brad is also competitive at Bristol, so there's a few drivers that are competitive at Bristol. So anyway, guys, who do you guys think that is going to win their first race of the season at those 3 tracks? Or do you think that we're just going to have those eight drivers slide in on points, and then those rest of those drivers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 and 8 actually right now. Yeah, it's 8 and 8 drivers. That's pretty good. I didn't even realize that there's 8 there and 8 there. So 8 drivers winning, 8 drivers sliding in just 3 points. So I could see that going on. Maybe one driver. The only thing I could see possibly is Kurt winning one race, because Kurt hasn't won a race yet this year, and he's very competitive. Kurt's very competitive, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Kurt Busch fan, but I'm not a fan of his brother, and I'm very discouraged by how people have like swapped over to his brother very quickly in the last few years. But I actually want to do a video or a podcast just on that too, guys. But anyway, so without further ado, guys, I am going to be signing off for y'all today. Yeah, I know this is a quick one. It was probably going to be like a 20-minute, 30-minute, 25-minute video. Or, sorry, I keep on saying video. It's going to be on YouTube, but it's a podcast. Come on, guys. Come on, Patrick. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be signing off for y'all today. Hopefully, you guys are going to be watching the Bristol Motor Speedway race tonight. Let me go grab the time for y'all so you guys understand what time Bristol Motor Speedway is on. It's going to be at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday, August 18th, tonight. If you guys are watching or listening or whatever you guys are going to be doing with this podcast, it is going to be Saturday, August 18th at 6:30 p.m. It is in Bristol Motor Speedway. It is going to be on NBCSN and PRN Radio. With that being said, I will be seeing you guys in the next one, and I might see you guys on the track.